Hello, my name's Robin Hancock. I'm a co-founder and owner of Wright Brothers, and we're here today at Wright Brothers Spitalfields, and I'm going to tell you about oysters, everything you need to know about them so you can enjoy them at home. It's very important that you get good oysters, and you can enjoy oysters from lots of different parts of the country because they taste very different. So today we've got some oysters from Jersey, and flavour-wise, the Jersey oysters are very clean, oceanic oyster. I've got some oysters from the Lindisfarne, are sort of rich and creamy, and the Dungarvan have this amazing cucumbery tint to them. The other thing about oysters is they're enormously healthy for you. They're full of vitamins and minerals, and historically everyone ate oysters. In the Victorian times, everyone ate oysters to stay healthy. They are a superfood. It's very important they're kept at the right temperature. Fridge temperature is how an oyster needs to be kept, sort of around 4 degrees. And when you pick the oyster up, it should have a good weight to it because it's got the oyster meat in it, but it's also got the liquor or the water from where it was harvested. And if I tap the oyster, it's got a nice solid feel. So an oyster that's not in such good condition, if I tap it, you can hear it's got a really empty sound to it. When you look at the oysters as well, they should be very tightly shut. They've got a muscle 2/3 of the way up the oyster called the adductor muscle, and that keeps the oyster tightly shut, and you can just see that one is gaping. The liquor of the oyster has started to seep out. Throw that oyster away. I'm happy with that. It's a lovely looking oyster. It's got a lovely deep cup. It's got a good weight to it. It's probably taken about 3 years to cultivate that oyster. Labour of love. Right, time to open some oysters. So I'm going to wrap my oyster up in a nice tea towel so I'm protecting my hand. We're just going to go into the hinge just here, and then I'm going to give it a firm twist, and you should hear a little click. I'm now going to go along the top of the oyster with the knife, and once I've cut the muscle, I should get the lid off, whoops, very cleanly. So there's a lovely looking oyster, quite plump. If I've got any little bits of shell, I'm just going to get those out. And the last thing I've got to do is just release it from the muscle under the shell. So if I go under that muscle and just cut up towards me. I've got a traditional oyster platter here, lovely opened oysters. And I like to have some lemon. If you like, you can have some shallot vinegar, which is finely chopped shallots with a good red wine vinegar. And if you like it hot, a bit of Tabasco on the side. Now it's time to down the oyster. I like them with nothing on at all, completely naked. Sorry, not me, the oyster. Very important to give the oyster a good chew as it goes down. Don't swallow the oyster, that's an old fallacy. So here we go. That was delicious.